Good morning to all present here. Myself Divya, Department of Data Analytics, Dr. SNS College of Arts and Science. So today we are going to see about what is inheritance in object-oriented programming language. So your first slide is introduction to inheritance. So normally inheritance is a fundamental concept of object-oriented programming language, where inheritance is whether subclass or child class which inherits the properties, which is called inheritance. So normally inheritance which enables the reuses of the existing code, and also which is reducing the redundancy here. So it allows the behaviors from another class, like superclass, which is used for we can use the properties and behaviors from the another class here. So normally where the subclass can be gets access to the public and protected members of the parent class here. So normally Java supports the single inheritance, meaning a class which can be inherits from the only one superclass here. So this is the syntax of the inheritance. So in first, where the class, that is parent class, has been defined here. So void display of method which is used to display the output of, that is, this is the parent class text will be displayed by using system.out.println. As usual thing happens, where the keywords, by using the keywords extend, we can establish the inheritance relationship here. So by the keyword using extends, where the child class can be use the methods from the parent class by using the object name followed by display of function here. Next, additional methods can be added here in the child class without modifying any parent here. Yes, so here we using parent class, child class which extends from the parent class, and main class we display the parent class, and also which extends child class. The main class has been used for displaying both child class which extends from the parent class by using the keyword object.displayOf. So your next slide is type of inheritance. So normally your type of inheritance which is classified into 4 actually. So here the first one is single inheritance. First, one single class which inherits from the another class which is called single inheritance. Whether normally single inheritance is the most common type which is used in all the object-oriented programming language. So multi-level inheritance, which is derived a class becomes a derived class which has become the base class from the another class. That is multi-level inheritance which extends from the inheritance over the multiple levels, that is multi-levels classes here. Next, hierarchical inheritance which allows the multiple child classes to share the common functionality, that is multiple classes which inherits from the single parent class which is called hierarchical inheritance. Finally, multiple inheritance, normally Java does not support multiple inheritance. So here does not allow the multiple with the classes, but supports it via the interfaces here. So normally Java uses the interfaces to support the multiple inheritance like a behavior. Yes. So your next slide is super keyword. Here, where the super keyword which helps to access the parent classes and the members here, which can be used to call a super class constructor. It is often to use the constructor chaining here. So for example, here the class name is parent, which is where child extends from the parent here. So ensure that superclass is properly initialized before the subclass or not, which extends the call super, which calls the parent class constructor for the child class here. So your next slide is main concept in object oriented programming language, that is method overriding. So next, method overriding we used here Yes, allows the subclass to provide a specific implementation of the method, so which just defines the parent class. So these methods can be helps to modify the strings efficiently. So where must have the same method's signature here by using the keyword override of method, which is clarity, which is used to override the method from the parent class to child class here. So by using the keyword override of, we can always use to avoid the errors, and we can override the methods from the parent class to subclass here. So for example, class parent has been defined here, and next class child, which is extend from the parent by using the keyword at override of method, we can override the functions or methods from the parent class without any errors, which can be used for avoiding any normal small errors over there. So your next slide is access modifiers and inheritance. So access modifiers are normally used in classes, for example public, protected and private, finally default. So public, which is accessible in the child classes here, where the protected accessible in the child classes and same package, where the access modifier controls the visibility of members in the subclasses normally, where the protected allows the inheritance but which is restricts the access from unrelated class for the protected, where the private members are not inherited, not accessible in the child classes. Now finally defaulted can accessible within the same package, which can be accessible within the only same package can be accessible. So these are the 4 types of access modifier we are using in the inheritance concept. So your next slide is abstract classes in the inheritance. Normally abstract classes cannot be instanted, that is may contain the abstract methods without any bodies, that is method without any body, must be extended from the subclass. Abstract classes provide the blueprint of your subclasses here. Any classes inherit from the abstract class must be implement all is abstract method. For example, abstract by the keyword abstract followed by class name. By the abstract void, we define the method here, same as class name, which is extends from the child class dog is extends from the superclass animal, where the void makes sound of. By using abstract word, we can use the method void make sound of functions in from superclass to base class. By use the keyword abstract, where the keyword abstract class cannot be instanced, may contain the abstract method without any body here. So which can be classes inheriting the abstract class but must be implemented all the abstract methods here. So your next slide is conclusion. Finally the conclusion is normally inherit promotes the reusability. The main advantage of inheritance is you can reusability, and which is we can avoid the redundancy of the particular programs, where the Java supports the single inheritance, multi-level inheritance and hierarchical inheritance, where overriding and super, which is allowed to control your behavior modification here. So mastering inheritance, which is leads to object programming language, which is design, and also when we having the knowledge to use or avoid inheritance is key to write the maintaining the code with best reusability. So this is the overview of inheritance. What is inheritance, what is the type of inheritance, how we can reuse or how we can flexibly use inheritance concepts in Java programming language. It's normally object oriented programming language, how efficiently we can use in Java. So next video we will deeply look into the type of what is the type and a type of inheritance, how we can efficiently use the inheritance types inheritance times in the programs with the examples and the output programs. So thank you so much.